All right. So, I mean, do we want to hit more on Jets here? Do we want to?
Well, let's hear from Aaron Rodgers on the lack of energy from the New York Jets last night.
I felt like it was flat before the game too. I mean, Sunday Night Football, so I got to look at myself and what I can do to bring better energy. But we all gotta do better. Well, it's a belief, you know. You gotta have culture changers in the midst of the talent to steer things in the right direction. And there's a lot of us leaders that try and do that week to week, but it comes down to each individual making the right decisions during the week preparation and going out and playing as well as they can and trusting each other. I mean, I've been loving what the messaging that Brick's brought to us, and we had 3 great speakers last night at the team meeting, and the energy seemed really good, but for whatever reason today it just kind of seemed a little flat in warm-ups. I mean, Sunday Night Football on NBC, only show on TV. I live for these games, and I just don't quite understand why the energy was a little bit flat.
Well, I mean, part of it's on him. He's the team. He's the face of the team right now. So if you're sensing it before the game, it's time to press the button and let Brick know. Let someone know the guys seem flat. We gotta do something now. It's not something to be contemplative about. It's something to be action-oriented about.
Right.
And the way he explained that, it reminded me of what prompted him to utter some 8 years ago, next month, I believe, don't waste your time reading crap like that, because he was making passive-aggressive comments about the Packers not having energy on the sidelines.
Sure, right.
Not having a fear of losing your job. And I kept saying, well, who's the person? Who's the person, especially with the Packers? What the hell is going on out here? Grab, grab, grab. It's the head coach that's responsible for accountability. It's the head coach that's responsible for energy, and that's what prompted him to say, you know, what he said.
Right.
Well, okay, who's responsible now? Well, it's the head coach. And you've taken a high-energy coach, you fired him, you've thrown another guy into the deep end of the pool when he didn't even have a chance to put his swimmies on.
Yeah, right.
And so, yeah, we're going to lose some things in this morass of, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this. I've never done this before. I had no idea I was going to do this. I mean, we've all been in that situation at some point or another in our lives.
Sure.
We're thrust into a situation where we did not expect, holy crap, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
And it's just, you do what you can to not drown. And you miss stuff.
Right.
And I think little things like not having the sensitivity to guys might not be up. You know, I don't know what you do in that setting to
it's a tough one.
Pull the ripcord.
Well, it's almost like it's hard to think that's even possible. With the team, what they've had, the tension around them, right? The way they played last Monday night, had a chance to win the game, didn't win it. You would think they'd be ready for battle on Sunday Night Football like Aaron Rodgers talked about. You just got Devontae Adams. We can talk about the owner and all of that, too. Okay, hey, he did try to make the team better. You'd think that would reinvigorate the team, too, to go, come on, here we go. And where it is hard sometimes, Mike, like when you're on the field, is I've had some games where, again, I know I didn't play a ton in my career, but you're on the field going, we seem a little, like, relaxed and quiet today. But sometimes those days we went out on the field when the game started and you were like, oh, we were ready. We just had a quiet confidence and everybody was relaxed and confident, right? But then like maybe 3 weeks later, it's the same feeling and you're going, wait, are we ready or are we asleep at the wheel here? Oh, boom, 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 damn, we're down 21-0. What? Wait, this was an asleep at the wheel day. So sometimes it is hard to gauge that a little bit on the field, right? But, you know.
He's been doing it 20 years.
I know. That's what I was just about to get to. As a quarterback and as much as he's played and whatever else and knowing how much pressure was in this moment and how big it was to the organization, hey, Aaron Rodgers, whoever, C.J. Mosley on the other side, Sauce Gardner, I don't see him being that kind of leader type. They might need some more guys that are vocal in those situations to kind of go make the team go crazy. And that's what a lot of good teams have. And, yeah, the Jets seem to be missing something in that department.
I look at it this way. If you're Aaron Rodgers, this is your last dance.
No, he's got to be a little bit right now going, what did I do? What have I done to myself here? How is this going to go? What's this going to do to the future and how people view me? All that.
Absolutely. Especially touchdown to interception ratio went one in the wrong direction last night. We know how much he values that. Right. It's 10-7 for the season.
Whoa.
And it's 1-2 last night. But Yeah, we've all had that situation too, where we ask ourselves what we've gotten ourselves into. And at 2-5, he has to be wondering, what did I get myself into coming back? I didn't have to come back for this. I didn't need this. I didn't have to go to the Jets. I didn't need that. He could have retired before 2023. I mean, so far, his 2 years with the Jets have been a disaster. And to be 2-5 with a team that didn't really have a murderer's row schedule. They had a weird schedule from the standpoint of Monday night, Sunday, Thursday. They've got a Sunday, Thursday coming up.
Right.
Another one. They got to go to New England. And I could see them stepping on a rake. I could see them thinking we're just going to show up and win. And the Patriots, who were called out by their head coach for being soft yesterday, I could see the Patriots pulling something together. And then they got the Texans on a short week. The Texans.
Yeah.
So 1-1. That makes them 3-6. They're getting closer and closer to disqualification as a practical matter from the postseason.
Hey, it's getting as close as you can get to desperation time. You lose 5. I mean, we know. I mean, 9-8, maybe you get in.
Got to go 7-2.
Yeah. So it's time to get hot and go on a run.
How many games they got left? Yeah. They've played 7. They've got 10.
They got 10.
They got to go 8-2.
8-2. Yeah. So it's
wait. 7-3.
7-3.
I get there.
Thank you very much.
I get there.
Thank you.
Damn it! Why'd you guys go to 17 games? I had years of knowing exactly all the rhythms and patterns of 16, and I still can't figure out what the hell with 17. Anyway, they got to start winning.
Yes,
when you win 2 out of 7, you got a problem.
Yeah, they do. And you know, we'll see. I don't know. As I sit here right now, and what we saw last week, last night, I should say. I don't feel as confident about the turnaround. Now, this is something that I kind of hit on the podcast. They have some teams here where, you know, Cardinals, Colts, Patriots, like you said, you feel like they could win 3 out of those 4 for sure. And I don't think the Texans are playing as quality football as maybe their record shows it to be. But I don't know. I don't know what to think of the
Don't talk
Jets
yourself
right
into
now.
it again. You talked yourself into it last night. Well, no, go ahead. Please talk yourself into it. You picked the Jets over the Bills. You picked the Jets over the Steelers because I think there's a lot of people talking themselves into forgetting that the Jets are fundamentally dysfunctional. And I'm sorry, Jets fans. I know that your inclination is to circle the wagons under any and all external attacks, but dysfunctional teams do dysfunctional things. And when you have dysfunctional ownership, that has been the problem. Ready, fire, aim, as Bill Belichick said last week on the Manning Cast.
Yeah.
When that person has been the problem for 25 years, what do you expect? And he wanted to get the Devontae Adams deal done. He wanted to get Hassan Reddick done. I wonder what he's going to do next. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes out. I don't know what need they could address by making a trade. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to make another trade.
Well, the biggest need they probably need to is another run stopper in the middle of their defense. That's where it starts because I mean their defense is getting pushed around in the run game the second week in a row.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.